Okay, so this is just going to be a quick quick intro to the Tesla. We're currently in the 90D. Tesla have a range of models here in New Zealand at the of the Model S. So we're in the Model S 90D at the moment. They've got a range of models now. Currently, the firmware in these, they've got the newest hardware, which will ultimately enable fully autonomous driving. But the firmware or the software that these vehicles are coming with right now is not updated for even the semi-autonomous driving, but this car is pretty slick from a technology perspective. Also very fast pickup in terms of an electric vehicle. Obviously the technology is very different and it can pick up speed very quickly. So for instance, I'll put my foot down briefly now, and I need to be very careful where I do this because we're in a public area. You really feel that. In a little while we're going to jump in one of the vehicles that has ludicrous mode enabled, and that will go from 0 to 100 in I think it's either 2.6 or 2.8 seconds. You ready?
Yep.
So you know, very fast pickup when that option's enabled. So a few other little bits and pieces around the vehicle. We've got our voice control. We can kick into navigation. We've got a full, well not a full, but a basic web browser capability. Really nice big screen. And you can touch to control things, or you can use your voice, and you can actually do most of that control here as well from the steering wheel, so you don't have to be looking over at the big screen. You've got a nice screen there, and compared to a normal dashboard, so you can get indications there on navigation and so on as well. Now you'll also see on the dashboard, and you might see this on a typical vehicle with your smartphone, that you've got a little indicator there. If you've got a Bluetooth connection to your smartphone, will tell you how much battery's left in your smartphone. In this case, that indicator is how much battery's left in the vehicle. So it tells us we've got a 220 kilometer range at the moment, and depending on how you're driving and so on, typically that will keep within about 10% accuracy. Now we're not driving at the moment, so you know its accuracy won't be reflective if we were to jump out and be driving around the city streets. Now the vehicle comes with a couple of a number of charging options. So as standard, you get a cable so that you can plug in an emergency situation, or if you're visiting somebody out of town, you can plug into a connection that will do a trickle charge, I guess you'd call it. So it just goes into a standard power outlet. And that will charge really slowly. 10 or 15 kilometers of range per hour that it's plugged in is the normal. Also comes with a kit for your home, so you'd get that installed permanently, probably in your garage, and that will give you a full charge overnight. So a little bit like your cell phone, you plug in your car probably most nights, and that just tops you up, or takes you from flat if you had driven a long way that day. Most of the Teslas that are being bought in New Zealand initially are 500 kilometer range is pretty typical. The Model 3, when that comes out, lower price points next year, that's lower, sort of in the 300 350k range, but that's a much lower cost vehicle. Model 3 here, around $115,000 as the starting price point, and the Model X also has been launched, and the first of those will be arriving in New Zealand next few months. All right, that's a quick overview on the Tesla Model S.